Hey everybody! Alright, for this video I'm going to tell you about a time when I was in college. My major is Anthropology, and with that comes Archaeology. So if it's your major, or if you know anybody in Anthropology, you know that Archaeology usually comes with it. For me it was cool because it's been a passion of mine since the 6th grade. And it's something that I am actually really good at. So I had taken a class several times, and aside from being on the field, one of the things that we did was every other weekend we would go down to a museum in Redlands, California. Now, usually the curator had us cataloging items or what have you. I mean, it just really depended on what she needed done. So, and that's what we would do. However, this particular time, my professor had a really important task to get done, and that important task happened to be the cremated remains of a Native American. And with that Native American was also the cremated remains of a dog or a cat, and I can't remember which, but I think it might have been a dog. So it was an animal, and they were cremated together, and so the bones were mixed in with everything. And the task at hand was basically, my professor needed 2 students from our class of about 7 people. Most people dropped the class because they didn't like what had to be done. It wasn't Indiana Jones, so it wasn't for them. So anyway, so I volunteered like right away because I thought it was really cool to actually get to do something different, and I didn't mind getting dirty, so for me it was whatever, except that I was the only one that volunteered. And my professor needed 2 of us, and so he sent me on the task to go drag and beg one of my other friends that was in the class to help. So I finally got one other person after begging him. Like, I literally begged. And he was like, okay. You know, I will go sit in and do this with you guys. I don't want to. I think it's gross. But I'll do it anyway. So, it was just the 3 of us. My professor, and then my friend and I. Now, this task is tedious. And you have to, like, figure, you know, we're not pulling out these, you know, normal sized bones. This is bone fragments of an animal and a person. And then also mixed in with all that is the ash from being cremated. So, I mean, I don't really think I really need to explain that too much. But this lasted about, I think, 2 weeks. And anyways, every single time that we were done, my friend wore gloves. He wore gloves because he didn't want the ash on him. My professor and I did not. Neither one of us seemed to really care. He's been doing it for ages, and for me, I didn't care. It didn't matter. And then I had my other classmates that were cataloging or whatever, so at the end of the day, I would walk out of the room that we were in after, you know, picking through these bones, separating what was human and what was animal, you know, going through all this ash, and I would have it on my forehead. I'd have it all over my hands. I'd have it everywhere. And so my friends would always be like, oh my gosh, how in the heck did you get it here? How the heck did you get it down here? And it wasn't like I'd try it. It's just when you're so busy going through the remains and you're looking specifically for what's human and what's animal, and then you have a scratch up here, you don't really think about it. You know, you don't. At least I didn't, my professor didn't, my friend did, but, you know, we didn't. We were just kind of like, you know, whatever. Anyways, we got the task done, and we were able to separate what was human and what was not. And unfortunately, I couldn't be there for the giving of the remains, but my professor had to wrap them in a specific way, as per the tribe. And then he handed off the remains to the natives. So it was really cool experience for me. I love anthropology and archaeology. I hold a degree and a couple certificates in anthropology, and I will be going back to school for it. So I plan on telling you guys more stories, of course. So just kind of hang in there, and you know, I'll tell you more about being on the field. I've gotten shot at with some of my other professors and stuff. We had a crazy dog that was with us one time. So, I mean, there's some pretty funny things that have happened over the time. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was pretty cool. So, I think that's about it. If you like this video, please hit the like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.